order. Moreover, they are setting themselves to legal responsibilities. What have been noted in this court case that most of the advanced populations in electronic nets are having no legal perceptions. Moreover, are having a lot of unreasonable fears um, in public, social, or uh, legal life styles. Not talking about the managements. Legal managements are a bit separately from the courts, but uh, um, if the courts are not managed legally, then thus are becoming dependent from the court wills. Legal performances can't be depending on the will or the deliberate violences. If thus are performed, legal responsibilities is the only assurance for protection and avoidance of any distractions. What is happening in Republic of Latvia is that all the capable systematic players are willing to destroy existing national order, existing national freedoms, developments, populations, um, for own competitive overcome or own it's called malfunctional psychology when people are competing by the crimes, tries of discriminations or parasitic distractions. Um, for everything will be necessary to pay, for everything will be necessary to hold legal responsibility, even though if will be necessary to murder several hundreds of criminals on the planet Earth for keeping up the life supporting values, legal cycles for existing developments, securities, and lives in general. Um, because degradation of what actually criminal females performed in this European Union court case took place almost all over the globe because of absence of legal justice and official reactions to actual criminals. Since in most of the structures, causes and consequences can't be understood or taken as a basement for legal reactions. Feministic perceptions in the systematic performances can't allow or can't accept that fathers would have the same equal rights for the child custody or needed security for any types of private matters, businesses, or work scopes, um, because of the reason that power of national jurisdiction isn't acceptable, isn't taken as a um, mechanism for legal solutions or official performances or decisions. Previously, when national jurisdictions were taken seriously by the ones in charge in the courts, official order was working on an excellent way. Once the criminal females and authorities lost their minds in the limits of permissive performances, jurisdictions, in fact, lost the actual power. But appropriate organizations lost actual functionalities and scopes, uh, overriding those by the authorities. If the personnel, whatever their statuses are, trying to keep power but not realizing inevitability of destructive consequences to themselves or in massive scales, they must be eliminated from their workplaces. Moreover, legal justice must be performed in the procedural way at any managing level. Since ignorances of functionalities in present European Union court case are deliberate due to absence of will to justice criminal females' bodies to stated by laws periods in jails, this process is having an unpublic executions for strictness of legalization of criminal idiots or extremely destructive players, for protection of massive scales, the private interests, securities, and legalities. In present flow were a lot of involvements from abroad in order to try to destroy effectiveness of existing government court or prosecution performances by own regulations or own managements. The only help or the only common methods of influences might be legal. If the internal criminals or violators aren't willing to be influenced by the ones who are understanding strictness of official issues and legal consequences and unstoppable processes which are having an aim for result as the only option, because national securities can't be achieved otherwise. Thus, our understanding that criminal mentalities or malfunctional psychologies isn't possible to change without forced direct contact. Only forced legal responsibilities, consequences in selective or massive executions might let criminals or game type employees, representatives in managing levels to understand importance of their functions and responsibilities in the level scale of management of the country processes. If the top representatives aren't capable to make heavy solutions, even though if it's required to lock or to prosecute by law several females, even two judges or several police players, they are not effective for national managements, since irreversible processes will return to them on appropriate way, with no legal time frame, but this process is also having kind of invisible structure which isn't understandable to regular minds. Concerning the commercial counter and fatally legal proceedings in present situation, where son's custody is still in main priority, that process can't be cancelled until the official result will be achieved. Uh, Absence of legal justice of any types of criminals, communities, or violators allows them to destroy others, to destroy own countries, to destroy own populations' interests. But realization of their malfunctions are coming too late due to absence of personal developments or understandings of serious issues. Um, I would like also to warn the blue managements in electronic systems of outer influences through the TVs that objective legality is above any types of media or radio influences, especially if legal facts of crimes or direct indirect involvements are existing and fixed on a separate official system. Here we also would like to ask and request the citizens of the Europe that they would be developing own legal attitude towards destructive crimes even in other countries. If they are willing to stay parasitic or to manage own interests by the illegal methods in official issues, that might be the subject for legal justice or forced consequences without realizations or abilities to be protected. It's a very thin limit which might be understood in communication, cooperation, or the legal contractual agreements. Therefore, justice of the involved employees or representatives of criminal electronic managements must be justified collectively. If the people are passive towards massive crimes which might relate to their own life, they are setting themselves to the risks to be the victims of authoritatively criminal systematic performances. because permissiveness of any types of managements might be only controlled by the legal effectiveness. If legal effectiveness doesn't work, only fatally legal attitude, proceedings, or justice or murders might stop or direct criminal minded performances um, for protection of life supporting values. Thank you for attention.